So I'm here with Gary, Navy Chief, and his mod. Tell me a little bit about it.
The theme is glorious PC Master Race, yellow and black, and a lot of RGB. I put everything RGB that can be RGB, pretty much.
So what was hand done? Is this custom painted by yourself?
Yes, $30 in spray paint.
Not
Sun
bad.
yellow. The glass didn't touch it. Sleeving yellow and black. Other than that, it's stock. I wanted this case to be. A lot of people think modding is hard to do. It's impossible. A lot of money. No, $30, off-the-shelf parts, no cutting, nothing.
And I'm assuming that the sleeving is all hand done by you as well.
Yeah, and a couple hours. It's not as hard as people think. It's pretty easy. But yeah, I mean, it's all Corsair parts. A lot of Corsair parts. But it all talks, looks good, getting a lot of comments. It's fun.
Looks awesome. It's super flashy. I love it.
Thanks.
So, introduce yourself. What do you do?
I'm Dave Cathy. I'm actually a plumber, but I mod cases, and that's my hobby.
What is this build about? I know you entered it in a mod contest. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was the Gigabyte mod to win. It was like their 30th anniversary. So I went into it. I had an old case. I wanted to kind of bring it back into life, and I wanted to do a hot rod theme. So that's what I came up with.
Paint job is killer.
Paint job and all the interior parts kind of look garish.
You did a hard bent tubing with copper, is it?
Stainless.
Stainless steel.
Yeah, stainless steel. It's
Wow.
a little more difficult to bend, a lot less forgiving, but it really holds up and looks awesome.
It looks really good. And the gauges, do they work? How's that just for aesthetic purposes?
Well, sort of. The fan speed does actually read reads the fan speed. The tachometer reads the fan speed, and then the voltmeter is hooked in and tells the volts of the system. But the other gauge, I want to do a temperature gauge because I thought that'd be really handy. But I couldn't get that to work, so I just threw another gauge on that's just kind of there.
Well, if anything, it looks amazing. So, and then in the back there, I did see the SSD cover with the window on the back panel. That was pretty well strategically placed. It's not usually where the power supply goes.
No, I flipped the case backwards so I could really put anything where I wanted it. And I like having that power supply set sideways because it gives you so much more room on the other side as far as vertically, because usually you lose like 3 or 4 inches in the bottom of your case because there's your power supply, your basement, and all that jazz. So I kind of move things around to make it easier to do things on the other side. Give me more room.
What were some other custom details you did? I saw the hinge at the top. Were there anything?
There's nothing stock on it. The front panel, the hinge part of the hood, the case has actually been stretched on one side, so it's kind of at an angle. New back panel, new mid plate. I mean,
the front panel looks like it's metal, but it's not. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
That's MDF frame with acrylic spacers in it, and it's basically a chrome paint that you put on it that looks kind of chromish.
Very killer. Everything's industrial looking, and the lighting even adds a little bit of clean tech feel to it.
Yeah, it does. It really shows everything off.
All right, well, pleasure.
Hey man, thanks.
So I'm here with John. We're checking out his mod. What kind of mod did you do this year?
This year I did using the Corsair 570X crystallized case. I did a Rainbow Six Siege theme mod. I play the game a lot. I play it every day, and I wanted to do a theme based on a game that I love playing. I just want to make it as a tribute to them for what they've done. They just hit their 1-year mark earlier. This year in February, we had a Siege Invitational. It was a big esports event. All the pro teams and influencers were out there. I went out there to meet my friends, hang out with the influencers, all my friends. They were had a great time. And we all want to support the game, and we want to see it continue growing and growing more.
And I really love the rigid tubing and the logo you put on the front that catches the light. But my favorite part is probably the reservoir.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the reservoir.
Okay, so with the reservoir, I chose to do in the game Rainbow Six Siege. There's an RC drone that the attackers use to scout out information, get information, and provide intel for their teammates so they know where the bomb's at, where the hostage is at, where the enemies are at any given time, and spot them. And it's like a little RC drone that runs along the ground, and you can go upstairs, downstairs, stuff like that. So in this right here, I incorporated the drone, made it as the base design for everything, and then used that as influence to do it right here. So what I took was a normal EKWB reservoir. It's a 200 millimeter reservoir.
Okay.
Then I put RC wheels on it from like off-road RC from an RC car. I went to my local hobby shop, bought that because that's close to what it is in the game for wheel wire. I made a model of that using hand molded using clay. Then I hand molded it, sculpted it out using clay. It took me like a couple days or so to get it right. And then once it was done, I painted it as close as I could to the drone itself. Then gave it like then I did several different silvers and grays and stuff like that to give it like a weathered and worn look. Because I mean, if it's a drone that's used in a battle, it's not gonna be the most freshest drone ever you're gonna use what you have. Even though it's still rugged and whatnot, it's always reliable for you.
Yeah, I loved how you did it. I never actually worked with like hand molding clay or airbrushing really, so the amount of work and detail you put into that and the creativity with the wheels just blew me away. That's probably my favorite part. And then the whole build in general is super clean, so I think you did an amazing job. Thanks for showing us the build, John.
All right.
Pleasure.
There you go.
So I'm here with Cameron at Dreamhack. We actually met probably a long time ago at like Mike's Circle.
Yeah.
And we've been we caught up on an airplane and we've been at different events and it's been pretty cool. But it's a really epic mod today. We're gonna take a look at it.
So, mineral oil computers have been done a lot, and they're normally in an aquarium. So, I thought, well, let's actually have fish. And I looked it up, and I didn't see any that I really liked. And if you go to like a really big fancy restaurant, they sometimes have giant cylindrical fish tanks. And I was like, I wonder if I could do it in a cylinder and put the computer in the middle. So, figuring out what I could do, what I could get my hands on. It's actually made out of display cases that you buy online for, jewelry or whatever at a department store. But that's how I've got a computer with fish swimming around it. We've got our inn that goes down into the basement, and there's a fish tank filter down in the basement. And then it comes back up, and we've got our outlet for the fish. So it is a fully functioning fish tank that happens to have a computer in the middle. And then, fan to make sure that the components keep cool and it's not, affecting the fish much. So the fan's off right now because it's all idling.
Probably one of the coolest builds I've ever seen.
Thank you, that means a lot.
Well, thanks for giving us a tour.
No problem, thank you.